agree if you're not familiar with me. I'm coming back from an appointment, and we gonna get right into it. So the title is gonna be something along the lines of showing up when you're tired. I may even make a short about it. But I'm coming from an appointment that this job, if you mess up, you have to come back to the client's house to fix it. If anything is wrong, like regarding the paperwork, stuff that they've signed, the legal contract, because it's a legal contract, you basically have to do everything all over again, and they have to sign and agree yet again, even if everything is exactly the same. Forgive me, I'm driving. But that just happened. That's the appointment that I'm coming back from. And so I keep hearing this phrase, show up. And I think it's relatively old. I've heard people say this before, but now it's starting to turn into one of those, I don't know, one of them phrases that everybody is saying, especially in the entrepreneurial hustle space. And to be honest with you, it's true. There's power in showing up. The power of showing up is very important. But here's what I don't like. So like with this appointment, I didn't go to the door super sad and depressed with a rain cloud over me, but I wasn't on 10 either. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's a Saturday. Not that really matters, because I've been working on Saturdays for a while now. But I'm saying my new appointment didn't start, or it's not until 1 o'clock. So initially when I saw my schedule, I thought I was going to have time to sleep in and all the things, because sleep has not been that great for me lately. But when I called the guy's house that I'm leaving, I called him and I said, hey, what time are you guys going to be available? I have an appointment at 1 o'clock. Are y'all available at this time? He was like, oh, well, can you actually come before then? And so it's around 10 something right now. So I showed up at 10:30. But here's the thing. This is an hour away. And like I said, this is backtracking. This is backtrack work. I've already been to this dude's house earlier this week. So it's an hour there and an hour back, and I'm on my way back to the house now, getting ready for this other appointment. I'm not super excited, y'all. I'm gonna be honest with you. This mentality of I don't really like the phrase of fake it till you make it. I get it. I know why people say it, because no one wants Eeyore around them all the time. But also nobody wants Tigger around them all the time. You always on 10 and it's just like you ain't even human. You don't ever have a sad day. You don't ever have a bad day. I don't think anybody wants that either. But there's a nice little medium in there to where I don't know. It's like people just think that you can't display that you're having a bad day. And to a certain extent, I agree. Like, I agree, and I know, because, and that was a hard lesson I had to learn in customer service. Like, customers can't know that you're not having a good day. Plain and simple. But at the same time, you faking it like, hi, and my name is so-and-so, and how are you doing? That I don't agree with either. So I think this phrase, showing up, should be just that. Showing up, but showing up neutral. Because the truth is, you ain't gonna be happy every day. Stuff is gonna happen in life. Things are gonna happen that's gonna throw you for a curveball. stuff could happen like on your way to work. You could wake up for whatever reason. You just woke up and your mood was on a 9, and then something might happen on the road. You may get into some unexpected traffic that ain't never there, but on this particular day, for whatever reason, there's traffic that delays you for 30 minutes, and now you're 30 minutes late. And this is what I'm learning, y'all. Like, not allowing external circumstances to dictate how you react and how you feel. I am in the process of mastering that, because that is not easy. That is not an easy thing to do. So showing up, I think that's great, but I think we need to show up honestly. Not a 2, where you're just walking around sad all day. But it's understandable if you're not a 9 or a 10 either, because something happened. So showing up, I think showing up at a 6.5 or a 7, I think that's doable. And I want to commend anybody out there that might just be going through something, especially if you're a leader of any kind, or you know what, just period. If you have a job, you have to show up. If you have children, you have to show up. If you are working with and dealing with people when it comes to business and money, if you're the worker or if you're the owner, you have to show up. And what does that mean to show up? I just think it just means to be there. You have to be there, and you have to be present enough to still be able to do your job. But I want to encourage you guys to not feel bad if you're not always on 10, if you're not always in a good mood, because that's just real life. That's real life, and it's not real on both aspects. I mean, it's, let me say it like this. It's something worth looking into if you're always one or the other. You're always sad, you're always depressed, you're always walking around with your head down. And you might be in a season where that's necessary. So don't hear what I'm not saying, but I'm talking about as a lifestyle. And then the other is true too. It's just like, you know, you're always on a 9 or you're always on 10. You're always super happy. Not to be critical, but I just want to know, like, how are you always like that? You know what I mean? I think that's normal. So yeah. Show up, but show up authentically. Handle your business, do what you gotta do. Do it to the best of your ability. And not the best of your ability, meaning I know what I'm supposed to do, but they just better be glad I'm here and I'm doing the bare minimum. That's not what I'm talking about. I mean, do a good job. Do what you know you're supposed to do. And be the best person you can be. And that may not always be super happy-go-lucky. But if you can find that middle medium of being a 7, 6.5, 7, I think that's pretty good. And I commend you for it. Because nevertheless, you're still showing up. You're still putting in the work. And I think that's what a lot of people need to understand is, like, you're not gonna show up every day in a good mood. You're just not. That's just, you know what I'm saying? And I don't like how people try to make you feel bad for that sometimes. There's a difference between being in a good mood and just being pleasant. Like, you're neutral, but you still smiling. You're being polite. You know what I mean? So, showing up authentically, that's what we on. I love you guys. I hope this helps somebody. Go ahead, subscribe, like, and comment, and